Alright, so today I'm going to be doing a demo for you guys of our new EHR system, TheraNest. This is just so that you guys are able to keep this video with you if you need questions answered. Feel free to email us as well, but we did want you to have access to this from your home. So all you need to do from any internet accessible computer, you can just type in TheraNest.com, which will take you to our EHR system, which is really cool because that just means for you that you're able to do this at home, at work, any computer. You don't have to call us to find out what your schedule is. I think it'll be really great for you guys. I know that this is a change and it might be difficult at first, but we will all get through it, and I just hope we can be helpful for you, and please do ask us if you need anything. So I've created a demo account, counselor account, so that you can see the counselor view, see how this is going to work. So what I've created for you is a login. The login is just your email and then your first name and last name. When you first log in, you are able to change that. If you go to my profile, you can change your password. I do recommend that. At first, I just had your first name and last name so that I can get into your accounts in the meantime. But once you get situated, please do change your password if necessary. I have put in your guys' tax ID, provider, NPI, and your license numbers, so those should be correct. I also have your email in and your calendar color, your certifications and titles, everything like that. I would ask, you can go to preferences. I would ask that you don't change these. You can change your calendar preferences. These are the only ones I believe you have access to. So what I would ask is that you alert yourself, or get an email. An alert, if you check this box, that just means when you log on to TheraNest, right up here, you'll get a little alert that something has changed. So if Tammy and I change your schedule, if a client calls and we have to move their time, you will get alerted here. You can also get an email for alerts if you'd like. There's just different settings for you. I do recommend that you choose one of those two. As far as the settings that I would ask you not to change, the calendar preferences, so the availability for client appointment scheduling, I would just ask that you leave these like this. I'm asking you that because if there's ever a time that I need to change it, I won't be able to access your personal preferences. So we just don't want to make that conflict if a client calls and they want to be able to schedule at a certain time, or if you call me and you want your schedule to be changed, I want to make sure I can help you guys with that. Otherwise, this would be only from your control. And I'll show you how we'll get around the specific times you'll be here in a bit. So typically, you can start out on the calendar viewing whichever time of day you want. I just put generally the whole day. I like the first day of the week to be Sunday. I don't want a stack view of the calendar. I really just want to see the month. You can choose the day or the week as well. I just prefer the month. The time scale is in 30-minute increments. This is just, I think this is nice. If you need to schedule something on the half hour, you have that option. I don't like how it looks with the cascade of event display, but you can choose either. I don't want to hide any of my days. The most important crucial thing that you need to do is immediately change this. This is something that allows you to book multiple appointments in the same slot. You do not want that, so please change that to no as soon as you can. Then very down at the bottom, if you're interested, you can sync your calendar to Google. This would just be with your email. You type in your name, it will just come up as initials, and it looks like it would sync every 6 hours. There is a TheraNest app, so this is not necessary, but it is according to your preference. So just make sure you save those preferences. That's probably the first thing you'll do. Just remember, that's all found at my profile. Most likely when you do log in, the dashboard will be the first thing you see. Since this is a demo, account. There's really not much on it right now. This will show you how many kept. It'll be a pie chart of kept appointments, no-shows, cancellations, which is kind of nice. You can just keep track of how things are going. You can have a list of unconfirmed appointments if you want. Generally, this will show you what today's appointments look like. So this will be the date. It's selected on today's. This will show you the service type. So this is this client's first appointment, Tina Bobina. And obviously this will be your name. If you're interested in seeing more about the client, you can look here. You can click on the client's name. This is where it will bring you to details: her name, address, contact email, and phone number, as well as insurance information, birth date, gender, marital status. Feel free to update these as long as you are updating them properly. For the most part, this section you will not really touch. This is mostly stuff that Tammy and I will be dealing with, the billing information, etc. If you do want a quicker way when you have a client, so let's say your client's in your office now and you need to get started taking notes. Instead of clicking on the client's name and trying to find the notes section, you can actually just press enter notes. So when you go to the enter notes, this leads you to where you will often find yourself. This is the psychological section of TheraNest. This is where your information will be, the important things that are mostly found in our file folders at this time. So the case info will be here. This isn't necessary really to fill out. You can generate a case number. I will assign your clients to you before you see them. You can have a contact log here if you do end up calling your clients sometime when you're at home or in somewhere else. You can add a note just to let yourself for future, just to let everyone know that they were contacted. You type in whatever you like. Contact that it was done by phone. This is your client. You are the therapist. You can assign yourself to that. This is just a nice little way to keep track of when you are contacting them. And don't forget to press save. The initial assessment and diagnostic codes are important. So in your first session with your client, you will fill this out. Presenting the problem. You can type the problem, the history, observations, the psychosocial assessment. These don't all need to be filled out. You could type everything in just one section if you prefer, but there are different areas for different topics if necessary. Strengths, involvement, goals, plans, treatment. I do realize that you will be transferring this with clients you've seen for years. So when you first see them, you don't need to refill this out. What you need to do, however, is scroll down to the bottom. Notice that it was said it's also diagnostic codes. So that's important. We just scroll to the bottom and you can add a diagnosis. This needs to be done for your clients, all of them. This is important because this is sent in and it's correlated with the ICD-10 codes, which allow you to be paid. Since I will be submitting your claims now, this needs to be on there. So you can type this in. This is with DSM 5 as well. It has old codes and new ones. It's very easy. You just type it in. There's a whole scroll down bar that you can choose from, which is very convenient and not showing up now. But that is there. Please remember to save the initial diagnostic forms. There's also a section for treatment plans. So right now we don't have any pre-filled in treatment plans. There is an option that we may decide to purchase later on, the Wiley Treatment Planner. This is based on the Wiley treatment book that has pre-constructed treatment plans. For now, we're just going to create our own. So this is what a treatment plan looks like. And please remember that this should be done within the first couple of sessions. You can set yourself a reminder to review this in a certain amount of days or on a certain date. You can print this out if necessary. You can do this for family, marriage, individual, or all three. You can type in appointment frequency, the initiation date, the expected length of time. Just remember, these are not the most important things. The most important things are the definitions and the goals. You can add a goal here. They do have some cool pre-filled in goals and objectives. So if you want to create an intervention, you could do acceptance, accountability, active listening, anger management. There's a lot of predefined options for you. A target completion date. I believe you guys will become acquainted and get adjusted soon. Once you start getting in the groove of things, it should be fine. It's not too complicated. Something that you will be using the most often is the progress notes. So here is where you will type your progress notes. We will no longer be doing paper progress notes. This is very easy. You don't need to fill any of these things out, but you can if you want. If you want to, note something about the mental status, you are more than welcome to enter any of these pre-noted descriptors, or you can type in your own. You can also add that they're all within the normal limits. This is not necessary, like I said. When you do the session focus or the notes, you can type this in any box here. You don't have to just keep it in one or the other. It's up to you. You can use both. You can use multiple. Ultimately, we just need to have the note. Something that you need to know is that if you do not type the notes the same day that you see the client, when we send the claims, well, actually, we will not be able to send the claims. So you need to ethically complete this, and also for your own payment services, which is really important. And I think you'll find this pretty easy. It's what we should be doing now. Paper does allow us to bend the lines of when that's due, but please do fill this out the day of. Now, if you type something and you end up leaving without saving it, so if you need to go check the diagnostic really quick or something about the initial plan, and you're like, oh no, I forgot to save my note, you'll see that it says no notes found. Do not be alarmed. Go to add another progress note and view the draft copies. You can see when this draft was created, and then you will also see that what was previously written is now filled in, which is a very nice feature. It just goes to show that they're looking out for the counselors. They want to make sure that what you get is saved. Just make sure to click save. So now that we have finished the session with Tina Bobina, we can go to the calendar and set her a new appointment. You can go to appointments. This is really what I suggest you look here for any of her future appointments, any past appointments. But if you add a new appointment here, it will pop this block up where you do make a new appointment, but you probably want to just head to your calendar first because you can see what your schedule looks like. If you do end up seeing, it shows that, Larry's not in the office. It shows some of the other counselors on here. You are more than welcome. Oops, I'm sorry about that. You're more than welcome to look at some of these filters. So what I recommend is that you get rid of all the other staff filters and you select yourself and then apply and save this filter. This will allow you to constantly only see your schedule for the month. If you do, for some reason, need to see somebody else's schedule, you can see it, just apply the filter and it'll show up, but it won't be permanent. So if you go away from the calendar and then come back, your previous saved filter will remain. So I want to schedule something for Tina. I'm going to schedule her this coming Friday. What you need to do is type in her name. It should scroll down a bar and you need to choose her name. If you continue to type her name without choosing her name, then this will not be correlated with the file that is in existence, which means when you go to type a progress note, you won't be able to. We don't want to do that. So please make sure that you click on the name. As of right now, the service types are all listed here. They're very self-explanatory. If the middle name, if the client does not have a service type listed in their name, please choose the 90837. This is a bit complicated right now, and we will, TheraNest is working on using the same service type for the client. It should be automatically filled in. They're in the process of updating their program. But right now, just choose the 90837 unless there is a different service type noted in their name. if that makes sense. If you have questions about this, please ask me. I do understand this is confusing. Once you choose the service type, make sure you look at the time down here. You want to choose when she's coming. Make sure it's on the right date. Make sure that you are the therapist in, and then just press save. This is perfect. This will work for you. You can see when your schedule is full. If you need to delete something, just double click and delete, and this event will be deleted. So I want to show you guys, if you're not going to be here ever on Mondays, this is something you can do, and you're able to change this at your will. I just type in not in office. I do this for the full day. I do a repeat event, a weekly repeat event on every Tuesday. I'm just going to save this. And so then for the rest of the year, we'll show that I'm not in the office on Tuesdays. Something else, let's say you are in the office, but you're only here in the evenings on Wednesdays. You're able to double click and then just add not in office. So I'm not in the office before my first appointment is 5, so I'm going to close out my 4 p.m. So when I save this, it shows that I'm not in the office at 4, which means the earliest I can schedule is 5 p.m. Every scheduling, everything that you guys have right now, I will put in the computer like this. The reason I do it this way is so that I am able to edit it, so that Tammy and I can be in control of that. We just want to make sure that we aren't blocked out of your guys' schedule for any reason. So this is very simple. I'll try to do this beforehand for you until we figure out a better way to keep track of the times that you won't be in the office and the times that you will. But this is pretty much how it is for the calendar. It's very self-explanatory, and it will come quickly to you all. Another cool feature is that you are all able to run your own reports. Now, billing reports are not able to be accessed by you guys, but you can see how many open cases you have, see how many closed cases you have. You can look at the amount of canceled appointments. You can run any of these reports that you want and get them right at your computer at home, which is really great. If you find the need for a custom form, this is just an additional section where you can add new information if you'd like. That's completely up to you. It's not necessary to add these forms. I've added some that we need in the office, but that is available to you if you need it. There will be a list of your clients under My Clients. This shows when they're activated. You can get to notes, scheduling, and details from here. I would ask that you do not archive your clients. That's something that Tammy and I will do to keep the amount of clients active under our subscription, at the right place. If you feel the need to archive them, just let us know if you think they haven't been here in a while, and we can absolutely do that. But we will be keeping track of that. Another important feature that you might note that is really helpful is this little icon down here in the corner. If you open this, you are able to send any sort of support message or question to whichever users are there to help you that day. You can type anything and send it automatically to any of those people, and they will get back with you shortly. I have used this before when we started up, and it was not too long. Sometimes it took a little bit longer than I wanted, an hour at the most. So that's very useful. This pretty much completes your guys' demo. I know there will be other questions, and please do feel free to ask us. We will continue to update you on this. I think this will be much easier. It's definitely going to save money for us, help us to see clients and communicate with them much better. Another cool thing about this is that the clients will be emailed, texted, and called from this system, which just means it's less for Tammy and I to do, so we can spend more time learning how to do claims and insurance, which is great. So we really do appreciate you guys and your help for all of this, and we hope that you will enjoy it. I know change is hard, but it will be beneficial, I do believe. If you have any other questions for us, or if you just want to sit down and go through this with someone, please just let me know. I hope this has been useful for you, and we will talk soon. Bye-bye.